Hi everybody, Thomas again. Back from Malmö in Sweden from the Nordic Game Conference, where I had an opening talk about AI and how to be creative and all that shit, which was fun, but took me out of development for a little bit. Now I'm back. I've been working hard last week and the week before Nordic Games Conference on leaders, which are these new things where part of the sort of the simple politics symbol work, where you would assign a leader and that leader would instigate basically a conflict, a very binary, simplistic approach, but sort of befitting the game because a leader also has a palace and thus you build something and that changes the outlook and sort of political leanings of your settlement. Doing that, adding some new content, new ships, new raids and stuff. All still just proto content for when all the features are done, so just simple samples. All uploaded for the demo now, and I thought we'd have a look in the game and see what that's about. So let's do that. This is the campaign mode. Oh, what did I click? Oh, we'll click. Yeah, that'll be cool. So this is actually one of the second scenarios. Each scenario, in the end, in the final game, will likely be one for each faction, where you start off in a sort of faction-leaning area, and you might already be off that faction. You can still diverge into whatever you want, but your starting faction is sort of that faction. You have a different airship and stuff like that. But that's cool. So let's build something. Let's plop our basic. Yeah.
Excellent. We have an
just
outpost
putting it here, and
that
we'll do some
provides
building and hopefully
workers.
see some of the new.
Be mindful
features
of an
as we go
outpost's
along.
allegiance. This influences the balance of power for your settlement.
Some wood. I've actually.
This resource extractor
darkened-
is missing access.
Yes. Darkened some of the buildings a little bit. What's also been done is that there used to be a little delay before you could build the next or make the next connection as the animation finished, and once the animation was done, the resources would start flowing. Now the resources flow before the animation's done, which makes it a little faster. Through. So we've got everything except stone. It's like I know this map. So we're out of stone, out of wood. We can just quickly remedy that by adding a few walkways. A little bit of stone for our wood industry. See the numbers already going up. That's all there's to it, just adding more connections. Adding a second wood mill helps a little bit. Stuff like a harbor also adds a little bit. And that's about it. There isn't a lot.
We've spotted a good spot for a stone quarry.
And wood
The stone and gravel will allow us to build upgraded stone and concrete towers and walkways.
I still like the look of having this big, having
The incline is too steep to build upon.
wood is going a little bit further. Actually, it's more efficient. Yeah. So we have some stone, but not enough wood to expand there. That's fine. People sometimes get confused about what the goal is of the resource system. It's just to make things make sense. It's not a hardcore system. Once you have resources, but I don't want you to build all over the place. It's just like giving it a sense of industry.
That's too steep to build.
Just building up my outpost. I like this location because we have more wood now. Because you can make these sort of it's like a bay. Bays are cool. There's some industry going on here. Might need some extra.
This resource extractor is missing access to workers.
Maybe nobody noticed, but there's a little bit. Look, there's a little bit of molten iron coming out of it. It doesn't make any sense with regards to actual iron production or steel. It just looks fine. Let's make a harbor, because that you can't have any ships come by or anything happen if you don't have a harbor. We don't need a harbor because this little outpost has all the resources it needs. But that will attract new people. Oh, look. And like I said last time, you can teleport on the map, but you can also right mouse click and set a pathway on the map, which is a new feature from a week ago or something, or the last update. And it'll go there in the world, which is
Your surveyor This building houses a commander who is now in your service.
I don't want her
You
to
may
be here.
reassign them to any command tower you wish.
I'm just gonna delete it, remove it, and teleport to mine. I revealed her. So what she does, that the lady we just gained, she buffs the iron. So if I build her a nice big tower. Designer. She builds like this industrial temple, and the numbers are just basically doubled. It's a very easy buff for your metalworks. Plus, yeah, it looks industrial. Can I build a bridge there? So, like that.
Those are lined with the free houses.
Well,
now constitute the majority.
Let's try and see if we can get ourselves a dominance from another faction. And we might invite one of these new leaders to our settlement. So we need to find someone who's not a free house. So here's a free house captain. But free
you have
house
enrolled a trade ship captain.
Vanilla of this world. They are not necessarily at war with anybody. So they're sort of the peaceful option.
This building houses a commander who is now in your service.
Though,
you may reassign them to any command
and that's not
tower
a free
you
house
wish.
commander, so that's not useful for what I want to show. So they're sort of, well, vanilla is the word. They're the default, as it were. And they have their own upgrade path of ever improving commanders and stuff you can find. But today I want to focus on the violent leaders. Like I said, I've been thinking about a pirate inquisitor or something, or a pirate hunter who will get, for the free house and allow you to make war with pirates. No, I don't want all these free house guys. They're quite partial for people who don't have gold.
Those are lined with the free houses.
Anyway,
now constitute.
Do I have anything to drop? That's boring. There's way too much flying around in this game. I need to make less of it and more building. But it's more because I want to show you some stuff. I usually end up building somewhere. We have to. Oh, there. More free house people. I don't want any of that. Look, they're on the tiny perch on the tiny rock. No, I don't want you. I did gain that one Ormir dragon from. Let's see. There's also a couple of new captains, but they.
You have enrolled a trade ship.
Let's see if I can just. Let's do some building while we wait for some cool stuff to happen.
Only harbors could be built in the deep by your surveyor.
So how far can we go? Well, we're running out of stone. We can go up there. Oh, that looks cool. I did darken up the graphics a little bit of the shadow stuff, especially only on the buildings, so that they pop out a little bit more. It's sometimes hard to
Those
see.
are lined with the free houses.
Now
Now
if we find again an interesting character. Get away from me, rainy storm. What's that? Ah, that's okay. So we've got some interesting folk moving up. Here's a pirate lady who transports.
we have enrolled a
wood
trade
smuggler,
ship
which is a
captain.
thing on the.
They can be assigned to transport goods.
So this is one of the new captains. And look, we want an outpost, which is actually in a nice spot. I might just hook that up to my resources. And
This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth.
assign the wood lady. Okay.
There is no stone available.
Is there anything cool we can build out to? It's sort of more or less in the middle of nowhere.
There is no stone available for this upgrade.
We've got a nice little outpost there. And if we look
The
at
political
map,
balance
we
in
can
our
see that
settlement
Imperium
is
has
changing.
gained-
In favor.
Yeah, they're still the biggest, but not for long. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Now, the goal for Bulwark's just to enjoy building stuff and do it in a sort of an open world manner. So I'm doing a lot more flying around and some.
You have enrolled a mighty commander.
The mighty commander. Actually, didn't go for that. Did go for the boat. Sorry, just flew around. That's who's that? Who's that? What's that? What's that? Oh, it's that steam raid. Well, hi,
have enrolled an
And
officer.
dominance
They
only happens when you actually assign someone to a harbor. So I can assign them, but I actually want to wait for some pirates or Imperials. More. They're quite far away, these captains are. Oh, and I added fishes. Can you see them? In the water. Little schools of fishes that pop up occasionally just to give a little bit more life to the world. It's just something fun to do. So I'll be keep adding those. From the Falconeer, there's still sea monsters to do and quite a few creatures. Did I not just hire this guy? Oh, transport vessel. Oh, it's two of them. Okay. Well,
have
okay,
enrolled
so
a
that's
trade
an
ship
Imperial guy. Maybe that will shift the balance a little bit. Let's add a new Captain Hiding now. Imperium. And he'll bring stone to them. And let's add some.
The political balance in our settlement is changing in favor of the Imperial remnant.
So if we look with just by hiring people and having more, we had that Imperial outpost. The balance has now shifted towards the Imperium, which is great because these guys are now in charge. And if we're lucky,
There is no stone available for this
when I do
upgrade.
not have stone, I have a little bit of stone. And there's some hidden stuff. So if you build something 4 pips away from the stone, out from the stone tower, you get these curved sections, which add a nice detail to your outpost. So depending on how far
There is no
the
stone
suppression water
available
is,
for this upgrade.
we're slowly building out our little Imperial spot. Here's the pirate smuggler doing smuggling the wood.
The political balance in our settlement is changing.
Now that we're Oh, it's still mixed influence. We still need more Imperials. Okay. Oh, those are Mancer people coming over. Let's do that. A Mancer outpost. I do want them somewhere else.
You're now carrying us up.
Let's do them here.
Excellent. We have an outpost that provides workers. Be mindful of
and the monsters were added quite a bit. I'm liking their foundations. They look quite cool. Just extending it. Well, they have their own little. This should be interesting. Now we have a little bit of balance. And just by building,
your surveyor can build a wood mill here.
Yeah.
Build it and attract craftspeople and industry around it. Improving the distance wood can be supplied in our settlement.
Here's another monster, so we might go monster for this video. It's all taking way too long. So here's one of the new ships. I redid the monster ships because there was just the one from the Falconeer, and they now have a proper
you have enrolled a trade ship
vessel.
captain.
This one transports
They can be assigned to transport goods.
Did we have not enough stone for that? Oh, we already have. So let's stone. Let's remove the Imperial outpost. The Imperial captain. Getting quite a lot of, quite a few cards.
The political balance in our settlement is changing.
But is it already dominant? No, still not. So we have quite a mix of things. So if you keep it mixed, nobody's in charge, and you want to unlock a leader and get the more advanced building options. Let's see if we can add. Actually, what I want to make is that if you build, it sort of works if you expand out from these.
It's too deep here to build anything.
The higher the number of
only harbors can be built in the deep by your surveyor.
Just by building out the monster outpost and connecting it to more powerful other towers and with lots of balconies. Basically, the amount of houses you see anywhere, and it takes time for a little bit time to fill up. So if we take our time and allow it to grow, expand upon it. We should eventually see that number go up. I don't know why it's not going up. Ah, here we go. So that is actually expanding the Mancer influence just by virtue of having more workers. And if we are lucky, we will see Mancer buildings pop up around here as well. Not just civilian buildings, right? It's mostly industry. If we come back in a little while, there'll be these monster architecture buildings all over the settlement. So we're still mixed influence. Let's see what else is out there. Oh, that's oh, we're looking. Here's another transport vessel of the monster.
You have enrolled a trade ship captain.
They
can be assigned to transport goods.
Let's see if we can get some faction dominance going. Oh, still not. What's wrong with that? you see that little monster buildings are popping up occasionally. That's one. And there's one here too. They're little techno buildings. And I keep making new ones. And that improves the number as well. I guess we need a little
The political balance in our settlement is changing.
Oh, wait, look, what's there? There's another random encounter.
Additional forces have joined our battle group.
Let's add her. Let's beef up this power, because the bigger the tower. Literally, the bigger the tower, the more dragons fly out. So I want her nice.
The people have regained a trust in the monster's path.
Oh, that was
Our settlement is dominated by a reconstituted.
Here we go. So,
New forces are ready nearby. Fly up to their command tower for them to join our battle group.
I don't want to click. What do I click for? Oh, on the harbor. So that's the one thing I did try out a mouse cursor that's on the ground, so that rolling over stuff is also always on ground level. And it didn't work because it would go up and down, jiggity all over the different elevations. Okay, so now we have a dominant faction. So at some point, hopefully pretty soon, the first ship actually that pops up after you've gained, this one might already be under sail. So we'll just reject this, and then the next ship that will come up is always a leader. I suspect, because I made it that way.
The people have regained a trust in the monster's path.
And maybe we can also get some more pirates. Yeah, why not? Oh no, not pirates. These are civilians. I don't want them.
You're now carrying a salvaged building. Select.
Now, let's see. Yes. So up comes, now that we have faction dominance from the monster, a battleship. And with it, a leader. A Lord Illuminator. And you have two choices. You can maintain the peace with the Imperium. You can gain a faction leader. Install to incite conflict with the Imperium. Let's do that. So the ship goes back.
The people have regained a trust in the
let's
monster's
install
path.
him.
Our settlement.
Let's definitely make this his summer palace. Great, this. Make an impressive palace. Let's install our new leader. As you can see, the leader, it's actually a monster leader. I shouldn't be installing him here. Let's install him somewhere where our other monsters are living. Not in the water. In the water, I guess. There we go. He's getting his outhouse. So let's install our monster leader. He is a leader, not a commander, not a captain. And he will incite war with the Imperium or the Imperial remnants just by installing him.
Several Imperial remnant warlords have banded together. Get ready to repel their forces.
So now, if we go to the map,
The people have regained a trust in the monster.
you will see that where it says Imperium, there's flames. Oh, that's actually my my face is in front of that. But when you play demo, you'll see that faction dominance, which I've been talking about and wasn't in view because I was noticed because my big head is in front of there. And maybe I can move that. Oh. No, I can't. Not in rundown. Anyways, that's also in flames, and we are now in conflict. What does happen when you're in conflict? Not much at the moment. When we go out into the world,
Your surveyor can build a wood mill here.
occasionally you will get raided by Imperial ships. They'll just sail up and start shooting at you, basically. They always come from these same places as they're trying to find a route past, past the shallow waters. Oh, some pirates. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna
Haven't rolled an off.
and take on board the
This is a
pirates.
unique
So
build.
maybe we can have two
Dismantle
leaders.
it
Why not?
so it can be salvaged. Your surveyor can...
Let's find out. So, even though we're pretty monstery right now, well, let's see if our dominance has done anything for our. Oh, look, there's an error I made. Doesn't matter. Ignore that. Some captains shoot, like the Imperial captain. I'd love. He doesn't like the monster, so he'll refuse to work with them. They each have their own opinion on things. So some of them will go, I'll work for you, but some of them will go, I won't work for you. So that's already happening. And let's wait if we can get a little bit of combat. Ah, look, a raid is happening. So there's a raid ship coming in. At the moment, it's just surface ships. In the future, there will be air cover and like more proper war priority. So I don't know what maybe it builds up over time or based on the size of your settlement. But there will be different variations to defend against. So let's see what happens. Actually, what we can do is, do we have a combat ship? Is prepare for their coming. Let's have another harbor. Put a combat ship in there. Side officer. That'll do. The ship, I don't know, the Imperial ships are pretty powerful, but we can fly up to them and sort of grab. But they're taking a long time to get here, so that's good. I also have a pretty beefy war party.
This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth.
So he's already on its way, and there's the combat ship coming. So we can wait for a little ship-on-ship action, just loiter around while the raid ship is coming in, and they might meet. Oh, my dragons are already killing it. Yeah, like I said, I have my defenses building up. Here is the Imperial warship coming up and trying to defend itself. And pretty beefy battle. The little fortress is flying in. Oh, he downed one of my dragons. But he didn't make it very far. Alright.
Surface threat neutralized.
Excellent. So that is a little bit of the politics and what happens. And one of the bugs a while back was that you wouldn't get any new dragons, but now it immediately gets replaced. So again, Bulwark isn't a deep strategy game. It does have some, and these threats will get bigger. But seeing as you can build, defensive
Resource extractors cannot be upgraded. Encourage workers to settle around them to gain more output.
you can build a fortress anywhere, and like I said, anything out with iron will get gun turrets on it. It's more about making it feel alive, so that you have your ships, you have your dragons, they are protecting your settlement. You can go out and expand. You can get make friends basically, or enemies. It's just a diorama. I just want it to be feel alive. That's the goal of the game. Just chill back or sit back and watch some cool stuff happen, and not everything be entirely wholesome and nice and lovely. And in this case, a little bit of combat. So that's...
The people have regained a trust in the monsters.
So that is a little bit about politics in one of my long-winded development blah blah blahs. Hope you enjoyed it or not. It took me too long. There is a substantial amount of content now in the demo for you to experiment with this kind of stuff and get to the level where you have a faction dominance and cool stuff start to happen. And like I said, once you are dominant, I can do one more thing if you sign off. Let's see what happens here. You also gain the higher tier commanders already pop up.
Additional forces have joined our battle group.
And that's because you have that leader.
Nearby.
You get that
Fly
one
up to their
commander
command
that does the
tower
giant
for them to join our
airship.
battle.
So now things are sort of progressing as it were. So there, if you take this effort, you also gain more stuff, and your settlement become more unique because you'll get more faction upgrades, and it'll become more, monstery in this way. And there's some content for the pirates. There's some content from the Imperials. Have a go at it. I am not a natural streamer, but let me know if you like these kinds of updates, or shorter, or different, or the development update I did last time. It seems people enjoy in-game stuff more often, or maybe something on lore, or maybe a live stream. I don't know. That might be more exciting than this. Who knows? Anyways, cheers!